Arasta and Whiskey, give me that. This one is a bit, I don't know. To be honest, I'll just try to be honest. I don't think this song should have been nominated. That's the truth. I'm sorry. I do not think this song should have been nominated. I think Arasta should have been nominated for Hot Body. That's the truth. Yeah, so 2026 Grammys, is it going to be Davido's year finally? I think so. I hope so. I think he's done enough to win it this year. He's been consistent. This is the third installment of this category, and he's been nominated every single year since then. 2024, unavailable. 2025, sensational this year with you, which is kind of like the biggest of all the songs. Elvis, do you think with you is bigger than unavailable? No, yeah, okay, right, unavailable with you, right? So I think he's done enough. And he's going to be facing some stiff competition from I think Burna Boy and Tyla especially. But let's get into it. So with you, I think with you is maybe the most deserving song to be nominated from within the Nigerian music industry this year. It's the biggest Nigerian song in 2025 as far as I'm concerned, and it's also the biggest Afrobeat song in Africa, possibly the world, in 2025. Right, so even if he didn't get the mileage those kind of songs would naturally or at least customarily get within the global space in the West, UK, US, in Europe, it didn't go that far. But within Nigeria and Africa, the song went really, really far. It surpassed 100 million streams on Spotify and I think maybe 200 million streams on all platforms. So it's really done very, very well. And it's in terms of the sonics, I think it's the most standout song when it comes to rewarding African music. It carries high life feel. It samples because of English by the legendary by Chimizi. So it carries that African essence. So I think it's they nailed that one with the nomination, and I think it's a leading contender. Now, Love by Burna Boy, I don't know. I think Burna Boy would always get nominated. He's done enough to get nominated. I don't want to use the word Grammy baby because it just feels like a bit disrespectful to his industry, to what he's done, his contribution. I mean, you can't talk about the Grammys as it relates to Nigerian music and the African ecosystem without mentioning Burna Boy. I think he opened the door. I think his success became so huge that it couldn't be ignored. I think even the very existence of this African music performance category, to a large extent, is owed to Burna Boy's success. So, yeah, I think he deserves to be nominated. And Love happens to be that song because it's the most commercial song from the album, No Sign of Weakness. So yeah, I'm not surprised it was nominated. And even though I thought the song Love would have been nominated in the global song performance category, not African music performance category, but yeah, Arasta and Whiskey, give me that. This one is a bit, I don't know. To be honest, I'll just try to be honest. I don't think this song should have been nominated. That's the truth. I'm sorry. I do not think this song should have been nominated. I think Arasta should have been nominated for Hot Body. That's the truth. I think it's the bigger song. The only issue might have been it dropped a bit late. It dropped maybe July. I think Hot Body dropped in July. Window ended in ending of August, so just 1 month space. But I think even within that 1 month, the song did enough. And even going by precedent, MMS dropped August the preceding year and it was nominated. So as long as you fit into the criteria window, I think you should have been nominated. But at the same time, I don't think it was submitted. I think they submitted Give Me That instead. And I mean, you have Arasta, you have Whiskey. When you combine them, they cannot be ignored. But I just don't think it was the biggest song. I don't think I don't think Give Me That was top 10 Afrobeat song last year. Absolutely not. I don't think Give Me That was top 5 Whiskey song last year. I'm sorry. So it's been nominated. It's just, I don't know. It just felt like the profile of the people involved were being considered and the backing they have, and someone had to fill that spot. And I think if I'm being honest, I think that spot should have gone to Charlie Poppins Lao. Yeah, he probably might not have the pedigree, probably have the institutional backing, but I think it should have been nominated, especially when this song was also snubbed. Shake It to the Max by Molly, which I think would have won it if it were nominated, but I think the remix was submitted and the criteria said that it must have, I think, was it 60% or 70% of the original version? So that kind of automatically disqualified it. So yeah, as far as Give Me That goes, I don't think it has the biggest chance of winning. I think I don't think voters will favor it over With You or Love by Burna Boy. That gets us down to Eddie Kenzo. Eddie Kenzo is not a newcomer as far as the Grammy goes. This is not his first rodeo. He's been previously nominated for the best global music performance category. He didn't win, but he's here again. So it's by pedigree, he has his own chances as well. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone who's nominated has an off chance of winning, right? So yeah, Ed Kenzo as well. Shout out Ed Kenzo. And yeah, now to the elephant in the room, Tyla. Push to Start. To start with, I don't think Push to Start is an African, quote unquote, African song. I think it's a song by an African artist. It's more of like a dancehall song than an African, like that, than a song that has African elements in terms of like the Amapiano or the Afrobeat element in it or the suku. So you know the African pop music sounds, like the different genres of African pop music. I don't think Push to Start would conveniently fit into any of those genres. But that is an African artist, and yeah, she's been nominated, and the song did very well in the US. The song did quite well in the US. So it's going by precedent, and the fact that she won with Water, it means she's a favorite for this category. Let's just face it. Like, Davido's biggest threat in winning the Grammys this year is Tyla. Yeah, it's Tyla. Absolutely.
The artist actually standing in Davido's way of potentially winning this Grammy is Tyla. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, given like the quality of the songs involved, the strength of the songs involved, the year they've had, I think it's Tyla. That's the person standing in Davido's way of winning this Grammy. And in 2024, she stood in his way with Unavailable, even if like there are a lot of strong contenders for that as well. There's Rush by Arista as well, but and it's Amapiano by Ashake, which most critics think should have won it. Tyla won with Water. And the context of our win was that song was too huge in the US, and it was the most ubiquitous song from an African artist that year, and the voters were swayed by that. And I think, given the context of Push to Start and its success in the US, they might be swayed by the same, the same elements as well. So I think she's the favorite, and followed by Davido. Even if I think Davido's done enough to win it, even the old events surrounding the Grammy this year, has performed a couple of times, so it feels like it's getting warmer. And it's warming up to them more, and I think this probably will play a role. Maybe if you win it, I think it's going to be the biggest. It's going to be the biggest. How would I put this? I think Davido winning that category is good for the Grammys. That's just it. I think all the songs nominated, I think Burna Boy's Love winning it, it's not going to be much of a big deal. Burna Boy has won before with Twice as Star. Love is not the strongest contender. It's just going to be, okay, another Burna Boy's win. I don't think Burna Boy would celebrate it that much. It's going to be Tyla's second win. Give me that. I'm sorry, it just doesn't deserve it. If they win, they win, but I just don't think he should have even been nominated. Ed Kenzo, of course, deserving winner as well, but it's not going to. It doesn't have like the noise the Nigerians can create around awards and stuff. So, but if Davido should win, oh boy, we're going to party for 6 months. I mean, I don't think it's an Emilio kind of situation, but if Davido should win, I'm serious. Like, it's going to be a party till the next Grammy. We'll be running everybody. So you understand? So I think optically itself, it's really good if Davido wins it. But I think Tyla is the favorite. Like, just honestly speaking, Tyla is the favorite. So Burna Boy was also nominated for the global album category. Interestingly, No Sign of Weakness, which I consider his biggest sign of weakness yet, was nominated for the global album category. And it's just a statement to his status, right? It's a testament to what he's done, his effort within the music industry, that the album will be nominated. His weakest album since 2019 was nominated in the category, and he just felt like, okay, he has a slot guaranteed. Will he win it? I don't think so. Absolutely not. There are people who are nominated, like the people in that category, Shakti and Akshay Shankar, people like Yusuf Undor. They're veterans. There's only one person I think is been nominated for the first time. Yusuf Undor is a 6-time nominee. He's won awards. There's the Indian acoustic group Shakti. They've won it already. They've won this category 2021. There's Anusha Shankar. She's been nominated 14 times. They are all veterans. These are not like newcomers. I think only one person is nominated for the first time. Yusuf Undor, the Senegalese legend, is been nominated 6 times. I think this is his 6th nomination. He's won it once. The Indian acoustic group Shakti, they've won it before. Anuksha Shankar, an Indian musician. These are 14th nomination. So she's been here a long time. And Veloso I think he's won it twice already. He's won this category twice. So it's not Burna Boy is competing with people people who have been there, done that. But again, Burna Boy has been nominated for this category 5 times. So it's not like he's out of place. He's been nominated 5 times in this category, and he's only once. So it's like he's in the company of the people he should be among. Like he's in the right company. He belongs in this category. He deserves to be here. Even if the album is not the strongest, he's earned the right to be here. So his chances of winning, I think they're very slim. I think if he wins, it's going to be an upset. It's going to be an upset. So to round up, how do I think the Grammys still affect Afrobeats, and do I think it's still like a huge award as far as Afrobeats is concerned? I think it's getting bigger, sadly. Yes, and I'm using sadly the right way. I think the Grammys, the relevance of the Grammys to Afrobeat is getting bigger and bigger, more than it should actually be, because local awards are continuing to lose relevance. There's no the windows are shaky. There's no definitive windows for award. We don't know which award will hold. The awards are holding. It's just people just don't really care about them, which is quite sad. So the Grammys feels like the only award that Nigerians and the Afrobeat stars themselves, Nigerian stars themselves, look forward to. And anything the Nigerian stars respect, they hold in high esteem. Their fans will also hold in high esteem. So the Grammy is still very relevant. It's still positioned as the biggest quote unquote award in Nigerian music at the moment. And it's also a reflection of Nigeria's global standing in terms of how we did in the year review commercially. If you look at the global music song performance category, this is the second year in a row that a Nigerian song will not be nominated. And I think that's because there's no like big global song. At the same time, it's also because the creation of the African category just gave everyone a space. Be like, okay, this is where you guys belong to now, and we're going to use the global category to cater to other people. Because typically, someone like Burna Boy's Love should have been that category, but it was moved to the African music performance category to possibly to create space for more people in the global category. So Africans have been catered to. The Latin have the category, the reggae has the category. So now the rest of the world, the Eastern, the Asian, the Eastern, East Asia, and others the Latin can also like fit into the global categories. Even Bad Bunny was nominated in the global song performance category this year, so which shows that category is probably going to be expanded, and you see more maybe Latino pop stars in that category. I don't know, but I also think this signals like there will probably be lesser Nigerian representation in the global categories, since there's the African music performance category that we already dominate. So that's going to like house Nigerian music. So overall, I think nothing's going to change. I think Grammy is going to continue to sway opinions as far as Nigerian music is concerned. I think that's the only award that Nigerian artists care about, and maybe at some point they will even be forced to have, they had this plan to create the African Grammy Awards, both in Kenya, but it didn't happen. I think they'll probably revisit it to see that, okay, I think at the end of the day, we are the only one that could step up and do this, and that's going to be like a huge indictment on Nigerian and African music's like landscape entirely. But I think it is what it is. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, and fingers crossed, maybe Baddest will win. We don't know. Fingers crossed, maybe Tyla would just like stay out of the way, just give this man a chance to finally win. And I would say, like, what does Davido's winning? What would it do to his legacy? Like, if he wins this award, would it be like the final check mark, everything needed to make him like among the greatest? Because when they talk about Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy, there's one thing everyone always says: he doesn't have a Grammy. I don't think it matters. Fuck it, I don't think it matters at all. I don't care. It doesn't really matter to his greatness. Davido is a legend. Davido is great because Davido is great, because he's done enough to be great. He's given himself and offered himself to the industry a way nobody in his generation has ever done. Like, applied himself to the local Nigerian landscape the way no one has ever done. But that Grammy will always come up. And I think if he wins it this year, it's going to matter to his legacy in terms of how people see it. Not from an objective point of view, but from a perspective and optical point of view, it's going to matter. And yeah, so, and for him as well, I think he wants it. I think the way he's applied himself, the things he's done, his consistency shows that he wants it. And next year, I expect to see him there again. Yeah. And that's factually.